Okay, let's chat Dasher. Is it real? Is it a myth? Is the hype a thing? Should you consider something else? Well, today, for the first time in 8 weeks, I went out to the range and I shot my new 6 Dasher that you see behind me. I did a complete video on that if you want to see the build spec, back TR, Vortex, Trigger Tech, IBI barrel, MDT, ACC chassis. The thing's nuts. It's off the page. However, that's one thing. Like, if it's gonna shoot or not is a complete different question, right? So, without further ado, I'm gonna answer the question. First things first, I needed to get the rifle on paper. Now, if you're not familiar with my channel, about 8 weeks ago I broke my radius and had surgery. I've got nerve damage in these 3 fingers, so I really am not the greatest at pulling triggers at the moment. So, I went 25 yards and sighted us in. I will give us close-ups of these so you guys can see this a little bit better, but I basically went and sighted us in at 25 yards. That was my first round right there. Okay, then I went back to 109 yards because we shoot at 100 meters in South Africa, so that's 109 yards. I hit at the top, then came down, and I was kind of happy with where my zero was there. So that was shot number 1. I cleaned the rifle after that because I was doing the break-in process too. I shot again at 100 yards, cleaned the rifle. Actually, I know I shot both of those because I got 1 clean, 2 clean, and so on. We did a video on that also if you want to check that out. So those 2 shots were in succession, and then I cleaned the rifle again, and these next 3 shots was like the first group I was going to shoot, and I only shot a 3-shot group because after those 3 shots I had to clean the rifle again. And this is the group I shot. Let me just cover up the actual load information there because we can't share that. So that group measures, and I've measured it a few times, 0.12 MOA, okay? Shot 4, 5, and 6 out of a brand new rifle. Yeah, that's pretty much hands down the best group I ever shot. Yes, it's only a 3-shot group, but if I look at my other loads that I shot, I'm not going to share any load data here. If you guys want to see how I go about load development, you can check out my reloading course, which I'm going to link down below. And if you use the code RECOVER, you can get 25% off that. And hopefully you can get results like this. Actually, I pretty much I do guarantee you will get results like this. And if you don't, there's a 30-day back money guarantee. So this was the second group I shot. These are all 5-shot groups. I'll have this overlaid with like a little bit more technical information without sharing the load and the actual group size so you guys can see better than on camera. So that was one group up. The next group was this one, okay? And it's the gift that keeps on giving, and that was my last group. Now, I didn't even shoot my top of the line components. I was shooting hydroform brass, which we did a complete guide on, which I highly recommend you check out. Now, you're probably wondering, Pete, why don't you just shoot Dasher brass, that you can actually buy off the shelf, like the Alpha Dasher brass? Simply because I'm in South Africa and those kind of things aren't available here yet, okay? Especially the new OCW brass, which I'm trying to get my hands on. But guys, I'm freaking blown away. Okay, first of all, it was so cool for me to go back to the range and pull the trigger for the first time in a long time, okay? It was very, very satisfactory. The conditions weren't great. We were having about 20 km/h crosswind, quite gusty. That's about 12 miles per hour. So conditions not great. And then also to top this off, this is not even the Lapua brass. I'm still shooting Norma brass here that's been hydroformed. I'm shooting the cheapest 6.5mm bullet I could find. Now get how funny this is. When you go into Strurlock and you want to select a bullet from the database, I was like, why is this bullet not in the database? And then it turns out it doesn't have a G7BC, so I had to go onto the G1 database to load this bullet. So I was shooting 105 grain Nosler custom competition, which I haven't had great experience with the custom competitions in the past. Obviously this will show its result downrange if you take it out further, but I mean, for what I'm trying to do now is put 200 rounds through the barrel, get the barrel up to speed, and then hopefully partake in a match soon. I went to have my strength tested on my hand yesterday with the hand specialist, and I'm about as strong as a 10-year-old boy. No jokes. Like, my grip strength is completely gone, yeah, it's pretty hectic. So we've got some work to do there. Then also powder-wise, I hadn't even started shooting Varget yet. Today I was shooting a local powder that I still bought back in the day, S355. So I am pretty blown away by the Dasher. Recoil wise, if you've never shot a Dasher, I would say without the muzzle brake, which I shot that first group I actually showed you guys that shot 4, 5, and 6. I shot that without a muzzle brake as I was cleaning because I didn't want to push all that gunk through my barrel. And recoil wise, I would say that kicks about as hard as my 6.5 Creedmoor kicks with the muzzle brake in an MDT XRS. Yeah, that's about what it felt like. So nothing crazy, really. So you could shoot this without a muzzle brake, absolutely no problem. With the suppressor, it's gonna be so sweet. Then with the muzzle brake, there's like hardly any recoil. It feels like it's similar like shooting my 223. Now I'm super stoked on the Dasher. Okay, so basically I was in a 30 grain range with regards to powder, and most people are. If you look up Dasher loads, common Dasher loads on the Precision Rifle blog, people shooting the 105 grain bullets, they're all at about 32 something grains, right? So always do your own homework, work up when doing load development. Also, let me show you guys the cases. I'll roll in a shot of the cases because I'm gonna have to get them. So this is what they look like after hydroforming, and then I'll show you maybe some contrast from before the hydroforming where we were. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, I need to full size them down, anneal them all, do all of those cool things. Yeah, I'm just excited that this rifle shoots, and I'm more excited that I get to shoot. It was super fun. I didn't try any form of barricade stuff. The position I was shooting in also was not prone, because you would have seen when I showed you the footage from earlier. And by the way, I didn't record much because it was so windy. I was actually scared the camera was going to blow over. Sort of how the wind funnels through the trees there. If you've ever been to that location, you know it's pretty gusty. Initially I was lying down to shoot the target at 25 yards, and then I went to a shooting table to do the rest of the shooting, because getting up and down, I can't put any weight on my arm at the moment, which is obviously a concern when you want to shoot a precision rifle match that's about a week away. So that's kind of where we are with the 6 Dasher. I am blown away beyond words. You know, when people say cartridges are inherently accurate, this one always does that, this one's so predictable, you could load pretty much anything. I find quite a bit of that to be like, you know, just like, it's like fishing stories, you know, I caught this big fish. This thing freaking delivered, and the results show for themselves. So I can't actually wait to step it up to proper brass, okay, to go to Lapua brass. Not that there's anything wrong with Norma brass, but obviously Lapua is known for making really good brass. Going to my 109 hybrids that I've got, the long range hybrids that have also been tipped. So that should be a pretty killer combo. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly share this video with you guys while it was sort of fresh in my mind, and tell you how happy I was to be back shooting again. It was unbelievable. So yeah, guys, if you believe in yourself and you have some support from above and your family, you can achieve a lot. I worked my ass off these last couple of days. Last night, in fact, it was quite funny. When I was loading all of this stuff, okay, it was 11 o'clock, and I'd done all the powder charges, and then my wife came in to say goodnight because she was going to go sleep, because I was editing the hydroforming video, and I knew I had to get this done because I was going to go out and help an MD, just like sort of oversee him setting up his first sort of match. And I was going to leave at about 5 something in the morning. So I had to get the bullets done because I knew on the way back I was going to stop at my range and quickly test some loads and break in that barrel. Anyway, so it's 11 o'clock at night. I've put powder in everything, worked everything out, and I seated probably about 15 bullets out of the 35. And I realized, like, there's like a bit of powder every time I lift a bullet and I look underneath, and none of them had live primers in. So 15 minutes earlier, when my wife came to say goodnight, I was like, sweetie pie, I'm gonna be done here in like 10 minutes. You can bring me my sleeping tablets and my pain medication so long. I'll drink that, because by the time I'm done here, because I just need to seat these few with the, you know, ArborPress system, it's like that. By the time I'm done here, you know, it'll hit my system, I'll go to bed, and I'll be asleep instantly. And then I realized, like, oh crap, there's no primers in these. So I quickly used the kinetic hammer, hit all them out, redid everything, and then got these results. So all of those things considered, there's literally no words to describe. Anyway, once again, thanks to our channel partner MDT. If you want to get a badass precision rifle system like the one you see behind me, the ACC, pretty much the benchmark when it comes to precision rifle chassis, It's a little bit heavy for me, but luckily I have the ability to manipulate that weight. So if I do shoot this match, I'll very likely take it down to its bare bones configuration. No weights inside, no weights outside, just that I can have some chance of manipulating that rifle. One thing I do have to say, and maybe you guys can help me a little bit, I was having a little bit of feeding trouble from the MDT BR mag, a tiny bit. I wonder if it's because the custom comps have like a very round, they're not like sort of that VLD design really. Maybe that's something. Why do I have to change something on the feed lips? If I do figure that out, I'll let you guys know. But if you've had experience with this, and I know quite a few dasher shooters watch my videos, so I'd appreciate it if you guys could help me out in the comments. That would help a hell of a lot. So guys, thank you once again for watching. Thanks for commenting, thanks for liking. Make sure you share these videos. We've got some cool goals. We really want to hit 100,000 subscribers this year, and if we do, I've chatted with my channel partners, and we're gonna give away an exact copy of my rifle. So from probably everything excluding the bipod, Vortex 4.5 to 27, ACC, BAT TR, IBI barrel, the whole shebang with the Triggertech diamond. So that's a pretty cool giveaway. So help us get to 100,000 subscribers. I need that silver play button in my life. And yeah, we'd really appreciate it if you guys shared these videos, and then we're gonna do something cool. Anyway, for now, that's me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, be kind to one another when you're going out there and shooting. Be safe and be considerate of your fellow shooters. Thanks for watching. Cheers guys. Bye.